Hello, stamping friends. My name is Melissa Kerman, and this is Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. I have a fun and simple Valentine's project for you today using some products from the Occasions catalog. The first is the Bloomin' Love stamp set, and the second is the polka dot cone-shaped cellophane bags. And we're also going to be using the Deco Label framelits. These are in the big catalog, and we're going to be using the biggest framelit. So we're going to be doing 3 different techniques: heat embossing, sponging, and we're going to be creating a folded element with framelits. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 4 3/4 by 6 1/2, folded in half along the 6 1/2 inch side. And then we're going to pull our big shot in, and we're going to do some cutting. So we've got our folded piece right here. We're using our magnetic platform so that when we put the framelit down, it'll hold the piece of cardstock down. And we're going to take the framelit and put it so that it's just above the fold line. The blade is right here at the edge, and we just don't want to cut the fold line. I'm going to run it through. All right. And we'll take those pieces apart. And what we get left with is this lovely little folded piece. That could be an interesting card or a tag, or we can use it like we are going to now. So the next thing we're going to do is heat embossing. And I'm actually not going to heat emboss in front of you just to save some time, but I'm going to show you the before and after. So we're going to start with our embossing buddy, which is an anti-static, and it makes sure that when you put your embossing powder on your paper, that the embossing powder doesn't stick where it doesn't belong. We're also going to be using this fabulous ink pad Versamark, which is a clear sticky ink, and can be used to get a watermark effect on any color of cardstock. And because it's sticky, we can also, of course, use it for embossing. So inking it up, and I'm going to stamp it right there. And you'll get to see right now, you can see the watercolor or the watermark effect on the paper. So it's pretty subtle, but it's can be used for backgrounds, and it's quite lovely. So now I'm going to bring my white embossing powder in and cover my image, tap off the rest, and you can see that except for maybe this one little speck, I don't have any embossing powder where it doesn't belong. So if I were heat embossing, I'd be using this tool right here. It's like a hairdryer, but it's much, much hotter, and it will melt the embossing powder. And when it does that, you go from this look, which is sort of a dusty, powdery look, to a glossy, crisp white look. Embossing powder also comes in several different colors: black and white, of course, silver, gold, clear, and you can do all kinds of fun things with heat embossing. So that's what that looks like. Next, we're going to do some sponging. So I have a heart that is embossed on a pink pirouette piece of cardstock. And I'm using this one because it's kind of a little bit more of a dramatic look. We're going to sponge some Melon Mambo ink in the center of that heart. And by doing that, we get this really nice contrast, the dark pink in the center, a little bit white on the edge. And I think it looks really pretty. And then we're going to take a paper towel with a little bit of water on it and wipe off the excess, because the ink will sit on the surface of what is embossed, and okay, and it'll muddy the white. So we want to bring the white out to crisp white. So that paper towel was a little bit wet, so you can see it sort of blot out into the side, but it's kind of pretty too. So the next thing we're going to do is take our 2 1/2 inch circle punch and punch out that heart. And I have the punch upside down so I can see where I'm punching. Make sure I get the heart where I want it. And then I'm going to sponge the edge of the heart as well, or the sponge of the circle rather. All right, we're all done with that. So now we'll do some final touches and assembly. So here's my piece. I've already embossed this body piece with the elements on the edge. And get our other parts. So I've got my cone-shaped cello bag filled with some chocolate and some shred, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back side of my circle. You can see I was experimenting with some color on the back side of this circle here. And I'm going to take some adhesive and put it on the inside, on the back here. And then I'll go ahead and attach my cello to the inside. And it just fits right here on the, from side to side just perfectly. All right, so I'm gonna fold it over, let that chocolate fall down, take my stapler, punch it in the center, and then just attach my dimensionals, take off the back and attach my heart to the front. And then one final touch, need some rhinestones in there, got to have some bling on a Valentine treat. I'm going to take a big one, and then I like to use my paper piercing tool to pick up the rhinestones. It makes sure that the glue dot that's on the back of the rhinestone actually comes off of the sheet. And there you go. So I have made a whole bunch of these, and lots of different colors, as you can see from the beginning. Lots of fun. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and if so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my blog. I'll have all the details about the materials and supplies used for this project on my blog, and there's a link down below. So happy Valentine's Day, and thanks for joining me today.